I was kind of hooked how you end the episodes with, we give you more Masonic light, but no lightweights.
Yeah.
Instant t-shirt quality phrase right there. I loved it. And I want to talk about that as well, because I found it interesting. Your early episodes cover a wide range of Masonic topics. And then it's this year, this season, you're like, hey, we are taking this direction. We are going into, as you've titled it, the Masonic Origins War, which I immediately started thinking of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you discovered a little gem in a book. I want to talk a little bit about that and how you've outlined, or you're using your format of your show now to talk about the 12 distinct possibilities that could all be where Freemasonry came from. Where did you find this copy of the Royal Masonic Cyclopedia?
Well, back in 1998, around there, I wasn't even a Mason yet. And I read a lot. And I read a lot about ancient history, a lot about like Grant Hancock's books, all those books. And so when I was in Barnes and Nobles or Borders or one of those books, I came upon a book called Secret Societies and Subversive Movements by Nesta Webster. It came out in 1924, but it's still in reprint. It's still reprinted. And in there, when I started reading it, in chapter number 5, it's called The Origins of Freemasonry. Like, I didn't really know Freemasonry. I read it, and there it was. At the very beginning, this was the hook, and this is how I came upon it. It says, the origin of Freemasonry, says a Masonic writer of the 18th century, is known to Freemasons alone. If this was once the case, it is no longer. For although the question would certainly appear to be one on which the initiated, that would be us, right, should be qualified to speak, the fact is that no official theory on the origin of Freemasonry exists. The great mass of Freemasons do not know or care to know anything about the history of their order. And I'm like, And then it goes on to say where he got it from. It got it from the Royal Masonic Cyclopedia of 1877, written by a brother Mackenzie. He's out of Scotland, and he was a scholar. And this is a very, very little known encyclopedia. It was big during that time, but it just never got pushed out. So you can go out there and find it. You have to get it reprinted. It's about $50, $60. It's about 1,000 pages, but that's where I got it from. And for the very first time, I believe, that's where the 12 origin theories were actually listed and printed for the very first time for the Masonic world to see in some type of shape or form. And from that point on, I was like, is this just 12? Is it more than 12? What's going on here? And so now once I became a Mason, that was always on my mind. Where did this come from?
Let's do a little East Coast, West Coast comparison here. You're a proud California Mason. I'm a proud New York Mason. The quote that you shared from the book, it kind of hit me right here in the middle of the chest, because I'm like, if I talk to 10 brothers in lodges in my area of upstate New York, I would say 9 of them either think they know what the origin story of Freemasonry is, which they're going to say it's probably the Templars or some ideation of that, or they're going to think that the origin story of Freemasonry is the Heramic Legend play, that the drama that they see after the end of the Third Degree. And maybe one of them has actually ever researched or looked into it and has their own thoughts. Do you find that to be true in your area of California?
Yeah. What that paragraph elucidated, what it said, ended up being absolutely true. I joined, and from time to time, I would ask brothers, keep in mind, I joined back in 2002, 2001. So from time to time, I would have conversations with brothers, and whenever I got the chance, I would ask them, and Knights Templar, building of King Solomon's Temple, like those were the go-tos. Yeah. There wasn't too much outside of that. There wasn't any awareness of any others that they let me on to. And so it was the same experience that you had. Very, very same. It was like, so what gives here? What's happening?